Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today we got the top 10 cards right now in Madden 24 Ultimate Team. We do, of course, have Season 4 right around the corner, so this is going to be the top 10 list right before that, because most likely some of the cards that we see for Season 4 would make a top 10 list, but of course you can't even get those cards until probably late February, early March, somewhere in that time frame. So we're going to be able to see, or, use a lot of these, cards that we're going to see in the reveal tonight. So with that being said, the shout out for today's video goes to my man, Max. I don't know how to read his last name, but shout out to him for commenting on last video. And if you want a chance to be shouted out in the next one, comment who you think is the best card right now in Madden 24. And of course, if you are in the 50% of people who watch the videos and are not subscribed, let's change that right now. Head down there, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications. And of course, let's get right into the video. And so for today's top 10 list, normally I do honorable mentions, but in this one instead, I just grouped up players instead of, making them all separate. So for number 10, we got Charles Tillman, Rasul Douglas, Champ Bailey, and Tariq Woolen. These are they're all, 6 foot plus corners with great speed. Of course, Rasul Douglas is 6'2" with 94 speed. Charles Tillman, 94 speed at 6'2". Champ Bailey's only 6 foot, but he has 95 speed with 96 acceleration. And Tariq Woolen, I think, is probably the best of them all, honestly. I'm at 6'4" with 94 speed, 93 acceleration, and really all these guys can pretty much do everything. Man, zone, can tackle fairly well, most of them. And I just accidentally leaked number 9. Number 9 is going to be these 3 running backs. So number 10 is the 4 corners, and number 9 is going to be these 3 running backs. The first one is the LTD Peyton Hillis. I love the way this card moves, honestly. 94 speed, 93 acceleration, gets great special X factors with unstoppable freight train. Even angry runs is nice on the card too. Bulldozer, goal line back, RB apprentice, can even run routes, gets wrecking ball. Of course, the special collector's edition X factor abilities that all the cards get. So as a running back, I feel like you kind of need that special X factor, those special abilities to kind of set yourself apart in this game, because in reality, 2 or 3 speed, you don't really feel it too much, but you definitely feel having that extra special ability or that extra X factor, whatever the case is. So Peyton Hillis definitely makes it. Next up, Derrick Henry as well. Of course, the reason why these 3 running backs are together is because it kind of comes down to play style, right? Do you want a power back? Do you want an elusive back? I feel like Peyton Hillis is a kind of a good mix of both, where he has good power stats, but also has a really good juke movement, also can catch passes. Or Derrick Henry is just going to be your north and south guy. Yes, this version of Derrick Henry has really good COD and things like that, but still doesn't have the good juke animation, in my opinion. But 96 acceleration, 94 speed on this card with pretty solid stats across the board. Not really a great pass catcher, but for the power guys out there, of course, he does get the special X factors like angry runs, goes to MUT, even 1 AP jukebox, or even 0 AP persistent. The fact you can have 0 AP persistent as well as angry runs for 10 plays for 0 AP is kind of crazy to me. So Derrick Henry also does make it at the number 9 slot. And finally, we have Mike Vick. Mike Vick's kind of the, we kind of have the mix, the elusive and power. Then we have just the power, and now we have kind of this full elusive guy. But he also has some, he breaks tackles fairly well, although his break tackles, that's pretty low. It's mainly because of his abilities and X factors, which I'll show you in a second. Of course, as a pass catcher, 91 deep route running, 88 short route running, good spec catch, good release, can definitely even play slot receiver if you really need him to. At the end of the day, he definitely could, but yeah, this card just plays well, and it's mainly because not only the speed and acceleration, also the fact that he's 6'2", also for the abilities. He does get freight train cover athlete, which activates after 6 1-yard carries, which is absolutely stupid. Also 0 AP Energizer, which is what I would use. I would use Energizer. He gets a great juke animation as well as the special Mike Vick animations. If you've seen that, that special slide juke, this running back card does actually get it. And also you can run this version of Mike Vick as well as the quarterback version at the same exact time. And finally, he also does get Yak 'em Up Collector's Edition as well. So every single time he catches the ball out of the backfield, he's going to break that first tackle like he has Freight Train, which could be, it's pretty broken. I'm still finding a way to work this more into my offense, but the Yak 'em Up X Factor, you're going to see it again on today's top 10 list, is super broken, especially out of the backfield. But having a good juke, having good X Factors is kind of, to me, what sets apart running backs in this game right now. And I would even say, if they don't start dropping more special X Factor promos or, special cards promos wise, a lot of these cards, these 3 cards will probably stay relevant for a long time, because I really do feel like even Barry probably could have been in there too. This card's also pretty nasty, but yeah, I don't know, like even like Ricky Williams, Chris Johnson, to me, yeah, they're great, but they're not better than any of these 4 running backs, in my opinion, Barry, Vic, Henry, or even Peyton Hillis. So yeah, let's get on to number 8. Coming in at number 8 is only one card, and that is going to be the 6'7", 295 Julius Peppers. This card can play strong safety, free safety, as well as cornerback. With 94 speed, I thought the acceleration was going to be much more of a problem, but where I use him in my defense right now, he's everywhere. Like, he plays crazy. Over 90 man coverage, 95 zone, 95 press, 95 hit power, 94 impact block for a safety is just stupid. And of course, 94 block shot is also pretty stupid for a safety. So Julius Peppers, really no special X factors, does get good discounts as well. Like, getting deep in elite as well as 0 AP lurk artist can be your user, can even be your over the top safety, which is where I use my Julius Peppers right now. And he goes crazy. He reacts super fast, jumps routes, animates. This card just plays so well. So Julius Peppers definitely has to make it, no matter where you want to put him, whether it's cornerback, whether it's user, or whether it's even over the top safety, free or strong. This card definitely is worth it and is easily a top 10 card in the game right now. Okay, coming in at number 7, I have 2 cards. The first one is JJ Watt, who I think is the best pass rusher in the game right now. The only problem with this card is the fact that he's, $3.5 to $4 million right now. So, you really don't see him often. This card does play very well, basically perfect traits. Super high power moves, high finesse moves. No one's really touching him stat-wise right now at the pass rusher position, in my opinion, which to me is like, it's pretty broad, like left end, right ends, left outside linebackers, right outside linebackers. But behind JJ Watt, I would say it is Lawrence Taylor. For under 300K, he's a great purchase right now. If you watched my video yesterday about the best buys, Lawrence Taylor is one of my favorite buys right now in the game. I think he's the best edge rusher in the game right now. You can, of course, pair him with someone like Micah Parsons or even a Will Anderson or even a Terrell Suggs, who are all pretty fairly priced in my opinion. But Lawrence Taylor, probably one of the best buys in the game right now. And if you don't have him, you're definitely missing out. You use Matt, backup or in the specialist tab at rushing right end or rushing left end, whatever the case is. So at number 7, I have JJ and Lawrence Taylor. Yes, I do think JJ is slightly better, but the problem with him is his price tag, and he has good traits. Don't get me wrong, but the price tag just isn't right. It would be stupid for you to go buy this card when there are so many options that aren't that far behind him, in my opinion, going for literally a fraction of the price. And coming in at number 6, this one might be a bit of a surprise, but it is Troy Polamalu, the LTD Troy Polamalu. And, he is 5'10", so people are probably like, how could he be better than Lawrence Taylor? How could he be better than Julius Peppers? How could he be better? And I'll explain it right now. So if you don't know, of course, all the LTD Collector's Edition cards, all the cover athlete cards, all the LTDs get the special ability X Factor. And for Polamalu's, he gets reinforcement. What this ability does is it turns him into a card that always has inside stuff, no outsiders, run stopper, every single route KO, whether it's man or zone, on at all times. So no matter what defense you're running, no matter what you're doing, doesn't matter what position he's in, he's gonna get KOs. He's gonna, disrupt against the run. Like this ability right here is so nasty. And of course, it doesn't matter how tall a card is when it comes to KOs. All that matters is if they're there or not. And to me, still has good enough speed, has good play rec and awareness, so makes good decisions out there. As well as having good man, good zone, good hands, good spec catch, good tackling too. But the main reason why he's up here is because of this 3 AP X Factor. If you don't feel like it's worth running, then this card wouldn't be in your top 10. I just recently bought this card, and it is stupid actually how good it is. I wish he got 1 0 AP ability, but also he also does get, of course, special X Factors too. I use the Avalanche, but yeah, Avalanche with the reinforcement ability, it's crazy. I'm telling you, reinforcement is like a KO no matter where you play him, deep out, deep in. Deep route KO, mid route KO, short route KO. It's everything all in one for just 3 AP. So pretty stupid. I'm also surprised that this card doesn't get more hype. If he was 6'2", he would be probably a 4 mil card still at this point. But for 1 mil, is it a bad? I think it's honestly not a bad buy. If you got the coins for what, like 1 mil for a card that I think is super broken and top 10 in my opinion, yeah, I think it's honestly not a bad purchase. Believe it or not, I don't think so. At number 5, we got wide receiver Deion Sanders. And if you did watch the wide receiver tier list, I think I had this card a little bit lower, which, that's my mistake. I've been using this card and he's broken, and I'll explain why. So 95 speed with 96 acceleration, 97 agility, 6 foot, so he can definitely hold his own out there. 3 thresholds, great after the catch. Of course, it's Deion Sanders. The main reason why I was a little bit afraid of this card was because of the return man, but this ability right here, the yak him up out of position Deion Sanders, this ability does start on, and even when it does turn off, it's only 3 10-yard receptions, which is just like 3 corner routes pretty much. And in a full game of Madden, especially this year with their 45, 50-minute games, it's pretty easy to relight that back up. So this ability right here to me makes him super, super broken. The card already plays super well, but that first tackler after the catch, he's breaking that tackle every single time. So whether you're running RPO or even you're able to get him in positions like on corner routes where usually it's only just like one safety coming down and that has to make a tackle. I mean, this is just broken. Down the field, this ability is absolutely broken. You know, of course, we've had it on Mike Vick. We've had it on Marshall Faulk this year, but not on a receiver. If you've not tried it yet, I recommend you do. Yes, I don't know if he's as worth it for $1 million because there are other receivers in the game than a guy like Polamalu, who's also $1 million, but I don't know. This card just plays crazy to me. Even as a kick returner, it does get 0 AP return man. Card plays well, even without the ability. Even when it's not on, he still can, you know, shake guys in the open field and break tackles. But when it's on, I mean, the card's an absolute threat. You almost gotta like double team him like before he even catches the ball somehow. Like, it's stupid how good the yak him up ability, you know, the X factor is. And it's that good on a wide receiver. Like, it's absolutely busted on Deion Sanders. Let's get to number, what number are we on? Number 4, I think we're on. Number 4, I believe number 4. And number 4, I got wide receiver Randy Moss. This one's obviously a no-brainer. 95 speed with 94 acceleration at 6'4". This card really doesn't have any special gimmick like Deion does, but he just plays crazy, right? That's the main reason why. Deep elite, third down threat, even route tech. But I think you could pretty much run this card with nothing. 0 AP, and he still plays so well. I feel like if you were just to, you know, get rid of the abilities and the X factors and all these things, Randy would probably be number 1. Honestly, the way this card plays, he plays so good, runs every single route right after the catch, great juke animation, really just everything. So that's all I can say about Randy Moss, and his price is falling every single day. So 550 right now. If he gets down to 500, maybe come season 4 when all that stuff's revealed, he's a great buy. And he's also an LTD, so he does quick sell for 350,000 coins, which means you're not going to lose that much. I'm at number 3. I got 2 names here. I got Lamar Jackson and William Perry. What's going on there? I got, Lamar Jackson, William Perry. Both are great cards in my opinion. To me, it's really just pick whoever you prefer. They both have the same release. I think right now traditional 4 is the best release in the game. And my reasoning for this is just going to be that deep release. I do love Slinger 1. I'm just used to using Slinger 1. But traditional 4, it's just so consistent and just so fast really everywhere. So yeah, Lamar Jackson or William Perry to me are the number 1. They both get, you know, their special abilities and X factors. I don't think the Lamar one is actually worth using, but I do think using this, you know, this X factor right here, the running gun is actually very worth it. And of course it's 0 AP, so why not use it? But Gunslinger, running gun, as well as 7 feet lead on Lamar. And then on William Perry, you could argue Perry actually does get a better setup with 0 AP Gunslinger, and then you could also run 7 feet. And then also he also does get a discounted ability slot if you want to use fast break or you know, human joystick. This guy does not. This guy must have just lost the game bad 46 minutes ago. He's not feeling too good. But William Perry, yeah, traditional 4 is just a broken release, and the fact we have 2 guys with it who are both top tier, you know, stat wise and very consistent. They can throw from the pocket. They can make guys miss. They can, you know, they could be runners. I mean, they're just super good. So yeah, at number 3, I have both Lamar Jackson and but yeah, both LTD Lamar Jackson and LTD William Perry. At number 2, I have the nearly 2 million coin Randy Moss. He's a 6'4" corner with 95 speed, 94 acceleration, and then also good zone, good man, and even 88 hit power on the card too. So Randy Moss, obviously with this build, the super consistent, you know, stats across the board for a cornerback. Do I think he's worth it? No, but is he really good? Yeah, he's really good. He also does get lurk artist, also does get the special X factors, which you can either run bottleneck or unstoppable deep route KO or even unstoppable inside shade. Once one of those light up, good luck, because he's gonna be blanketing whatever scheme you run. He's gonna be blanketing it. It doesn't matter what he's in. But lurk artist for free is just insane. You almost get some acrobat animations when you do click on and go for the pick. What you should be trying to do every single time, regardless, trying to click on and either swerve for the ball or just make a play on the ball. But the one that's weird about this card is the fact that I guess it is because he is an LTD, just kind of like a normal one, and it wasn't like a gift. But I wish he did get like a discount ability as well as a pre-baked, like, you know, William Perry got. Like he got a 0 AP Gunslinger and then also got his discount abilities on top of that, which made him super unique in my opinion. But still, Randy, 6'4" with these stats, definitely is number 2. At number 1, we have my favorite card right now in the game, without question, and that is going to be the middle linebacker, Rob Gronkowski. 94 speed, 95 acceleration at 6'6", 268 pounds. Agility, COD's all there. The strength's there. The jumping's there. Could even rush the passer. Great hit power, great block shed, great impact block, and in coverage can play man and zone. So no matter where you use this card, I think he's best as a user, but also could play on the outside in like a 6-1, for example. But as a user, this card to me moves better than Carmichael, moves better than Julius Peppers. I think he's the best user right now in the game. And to me, having a good user is probably the most important thing on defense. Being able to cover, 45 to 40% of the field with one player just opens up so much more for your defense, whether you're playing zone or even man coverage. Being able to run with the fastest wide receivers in the game if they beat their man or whatever the case is super broken. And the fact that he also is 6'6", almost 270, can stop the run, and does get very good X factors. Like, I love this out of position Gronk avalanche. If you get a hit stick to start the game, I mean, it's gonna be a fumble. It's an easy turnover, right? So the fact you have avalanche, it almost kind of makes people not want to run the ball against you. So the avalanche is free, as well as the lurk artist is also free. And if you have extra AP, mid-zone KO on a user is broken. Just put the user in his zone in the middle, and you can get a KO really anywhere on the field as long as you make contact with the receiver before it's too late. Like, mid-zone KO for 2 AP and also getting lurk artist and the special X factor, which is able to cause turnovers, is just broken. So to me, Gronk is my favorite card in the game right now. I also think he's the best card in the game right now. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. What do you think about my top 10? Is my top 10, did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, let me know in the comment section. And of course, as always, I will see you boys in the next one.